We're joined now by Paulie Cat. Questions for Paulie. We'll start with Greg Hunter.
So, Paulie, you start with the second half in terms of inability to stop Oklahoma defensively. Oh, what were you guys doing, not doing that you would have wanted to do?
I think overall we could have just did a better job with, just shutting things down, guarding the whole 30 seconds and just not giving up easy shots. It's been the same story, but I don't know. Like today, we had an opportunity and we just didn't get it done.
Frustration level for the team, for you, where is that at right now?
I mean, I'm not happy. I want to try to stay positive, but it's kind of hard to when things have been going the way they have been. So I'll just leave it at that.
Justin Jackson.
Hey, Paulie, kind of going off that question, it seemed like, especially in the second half, there was some problem with the switches. And they were able to get some back cuts and things like that. Was there like a lack of communication out there, or was it just a matter of, their scheming kind of worked, or maybe a mixture of both? Or
well, at first, I think if you're referring to the play where I forgot the kid's name, but he back cut and got a layup, and then after that he back cut again and got a dunk. It was just I was looking to help too much, like I was over helping. We weren't supposed to switch. That was on me. But at the end of the day, I was just trying to do what I felt was best in the moment, just trying to help as much as I can, or just try to protect the basket. So, yeah.
You have a follow-up, Justin?
no, that's fine. Thank you very much.
Okay. Questions for Paulie? We'll go back to Greg Hunter.
So, Paulie, you end up with your Mountaineer career high in terms of points. Did you feel something offensively that was working for you? How'd you get to where you got?
I don't know. Today I just came out with a different type of energy. I felt like I was ready to go as soon as we started warm-ups, but I guess that doesn't matter with the L. So
Your ability to score inside, obviously you guys as a team have had struggles with that throughout the season, but am I right? Do you think it's gotten a little bit better lately?
For sure. I mean, I'm getting a lot more comfortable, more patient, just taking my time in the paint, and obviously it's been working. So, yeah.
Justin?
Paulie, there's been a lot of struggles overall, but I mean, on the road, I think this is like the first time in a couple of years where the team didn't win a Big 12 game on the road. Has road games become a mental thing, or is it just a matter of just the struggles overall?
I mean, every game we play away is going to be a struggle, especially in this league. So I think that's kind of a non-factor. I mean, some people would say it is, but I don't think we have time to worry about that.
Okay, Paulie, that's all the questions we have. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
We're joined now by West Virginia coach Bob Huggins. Greg Hunter.
So, Bob, defensively, the second half, I mean, you've talked about your defense all year, but was that the biggest issue the second half? Because it looks like you finally made some shots.
I think it was a lot of things. It was our offense. We didn't do what we were supposed to do to get open, and so they stole the ball a few times and got layups because our offense, because of our laziness offensively. And then defensively, when you continue to tell them, stay attached, and we don't stay attached, and they hit three after three after three after three because we don't stay attached. We also for 3 days told them they're gonna drive it, and they're gonna cut from the other side. They're gonna cut from behind, and they must have done that 5, 6, 8 times, I don't know, in the second half. When you spend the time that we spent. And we didn't go hard. It wasn't like we didn't go hard because I was worried about, them having fresh enough legs to be able to play. So we didn't go hard, but we went over it and over it and over it. We looked at film and showed them what happens on film when they don't stay attached or when they don't absorb the cut from the other side. And it makes no difference to them, obviously. So we're gonna fix the guys that I think are the guys that we can fix. Obviously, we've got some seniors leaving, and we just need to, it bothers me now that those freshmen, the decision was made to redshirt some of those freshmen. We didn't redshirt Seth. We didn't redshirt our 2 guards, but the rest of them we redshirted and shouldn't have, really. Honestly, that's my fault. Should have played them because by now they'd be playing ahead of a lot of those other guys.
Energy level, you said lazy, but
It was fine. It was fine in the beginning. When you got guys pouting on the bench, it really hurts you. We had powders today, which we haven't had for a little while, but we had powders. And that doesn't help us at all.
Next question comes from Justin Jackson.
Coach, you guys obviously withstood a pretty good drought there in the first half and kind of got back into it in the second half. As teams continued to.
Justin, it was a very poorly played first half by both teams. We were down 4 at halftime.
Right.
So I wouldn't say we were out of it in the first half. We weren't out of it. It was basically a 4-point game the whole second half. We didn't take advantage of some of the opportunities that we had to where we could have probably taken the lead. I think we did tie it up a time or two.
As teams make a second or third run, is that kind of where this team gets in trouble?
No, they get in trouble because they don't listen. They get in trouble when you say stay attached. You ought to stay attached. And we didn't stay attached. So you saw the big guy with the beard. He's hard to miss. He's the big guy with the beard shooting in shot after shot after shot because we refused to stay attached, even though we called a timeout to say stay attached, even after we had gone over it for 3 days. Same thing with back cuts. We told them and told them and told them and told them and I told them again in a huddle, and we continue to give them layups on back cuts. They didn't shoot it great. They shot layups. It's inexcusable and really hard to explain why that's that difficult a thing to do.
Any additional questions for Coach Huggins? Coach, we have one here from Keenan Cummings.
Okay.
Bob, did you like what you got out of Paulie tonight? He played obviously more minutes than he has as of late.
Obviously, I liked what we got out of him, or I wouldn't have played him as many minutes as I played him. We've been trying to keep a fresh guy in there, but he was contributing so much more than what our other guys in that position were that it's foolish not to play him more minutes.
Back to Justin Jackson.
Coach, you went with the Curry to start the second half, and I know you kind of like bringing guys off the bench to kind of give you a spark, but obviously he's given you an offensive presence the last few games. He's been pretty good. I'm obviously there's not much left in the season, but do you continue to kind of give him more responsibility, or, how do you kind of see using Curry going forward here?
He's our best shot blocker. He's our best shot blocker. He does a good job there. He scored it a few times for us, which he hasn't scored it much. I'm gonna do anything and everything possible to win some games for these guys. We got one more regular season game, and then we go to the conference tournament. I look back at when the last time that this kind of thing sort of happened to us, and we decided to play all those freshmen. I don't want to do that with these freshmen. I don't want to burn a year of their eligibility. I wish I could, but we gotta play the guys that we think really want to play. And we got guys that, I mean, they don't do anything that they're asked to do. And when they're asked to stop doing things, they continue to do things. And we don't need it, man. I mean, we don't need it. We got powders, we got sulkers, don't make a shot, don't get a rebound, don't whatever, it's just, we got a whole bunch of people who really need to grow up.
Hey, Coach, I think you mistook me. I was talking about Malik Curry, not Kerrigan.
Oh,
Yeah, do you kind of give him more responsibility? Because, I mean, he's obviously been.
well, Keating's hurt. He played what, 2 minutes?
Right.
Well, who else do I play unless I play one of the freshmen? I really would rather, particularly going into the conference tournament, not have to play Malik so many minutes, because he constantly gets knocked around. For some reason, the whistle doesn't blow as much as what I think it should have blown, for the way he takes the ball to the goal. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if he can, I don't know if he can play any
Right.
than what he's playing.
That was going to be my last question. The free throws tonight, are you upset that, I mean, you guys only got 4 attempts? I mean, you guys were pretty aggressive going to the hoop tonight.
I thought so, but I obviously don't have a whistle, so.
Okay, that's all the questions we have. Coach, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Coach.